Hi guys, I hope you can see me, I hope you can hear me. I've been having some trouble with it with this video. It was already upcoming, so I don't know what's going on over here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're gonna talk about twin flames union through transcendentalism. That's what I teach. That's what made me popular on my Spanish channel. If you speak Spanish, go and check me out on Florence Crystal Cat. If you want to work with me, you can find me on +5980. No, sorry. 59896045200 and FGANOPAGLIA@gmail.com. fcanopaglia@gmail.com. Whatever. Messing things up already, okay? Doesn't matter. We learn. Always something different in this computer going on. Are you tired of being in separation with your twin flame? Do you know why you're in separation? Do you know that it's your mind? That are your emotions that produce a separation in what appears to be as the physical reality? Do you know why you experience the obsessive thinking? Because your twin flame and you are the same consciousness. So the mind, the metaphysical energy, lives from the consciousness. That's all is happening here. You know what's all is happening here? Reincarnation, guys. Reincarnation. This is just reincarnation. Your twin flame is your spiritual awakening. That's all they are, actually. It's really painful, but it is this way. It happened to me. It happened to you. Twin flame separation. And separation is necessary so you can have the painful experience that will lead you to your spiritual awakening. That's what they are. They are not your perfect lover, your perfect soul connection. You don't have a contract with your twin flame or a connection because they are you. So how can you have a contract with yourself? I'm so tired of all these lies. So it must be you. I'm so tired of all these soulmate couples saying they are twin flames. Divine masculine doesn't awaken. Divine masculine has less consciousness because it's a past reincarnation. That's why they don't awake. So you awake, you go to your hero journey, to your ego death that has these horrible characteristics as the obsessive thinking, not being to be able to sleep at night. I was almost 7 months just sleeping for 1 hour if I could. And if I could sleep, I will dream about my twin flame running away. I will cry all the time. I was weighing like less than 100 pounds I was skin and bones. I had all these marks in my body that heal now. My nervous system was on higher mode, like on alert mode, on survival mode. It was the end of the world. All I could think about was this person. He also had a really typical name. So I will see his name everywhere. I will start crying. I will see the synchronicities, his age, his birth date. I will see the name of his city. Or I will hear it on the TV or somewhere on a highway. I will start crying. If I was on my parents' house, I would to go and hide and cry in the bathroom. I will feel the phantom touch during my dark night of the soul, plus feeling like I was on LSD or ayahuasca, because your kundalini, like it happened to me, it came like a roller coaster, like the RIP roller coaster in Orlando, and it just sent me downhill with all this adrenaline, releasing DMT all the time. So I didn't know where I was. There was a moment that I was walking on the beach and I was like on drugs. I would see images in front of the ocean that they were not there. And at some point, I used to wear a hat so nobody will see me, because I would feel like I was my twin flame and I was being observed. And I didn't want nobody to see how empty and miserable I was feeling. You know what I did, guys? I just fell in the floor and started crying and covered my face with my hat. So I cannot take this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. What is going on? This person changed my life, destroyed my life, and he left, okay? And I was sure that he was going through a spiritual awakening. So I text him 4 months after agony when he ran away for no reason. He actually ghosted me after telling me that we were gonna have a family and everything. Oh my God, right? That's what happens. We were talking, we both live in the US at the moment. We came back to Uruguay at the same time. I was talking to him. He was saying to me, yes, all that you're saying is what is happening to me, what has happened to me in my life. I couldn't even look at his eyes, piercing blue eyes, full of eyelashes, amazing men, beautiful men. I couldn't even look at his eyes because I will see myself. I will see my eye expression, doesn't matter the color. I will see my eyes on his eyes. And when I look at him, he was looking that way on a bar. And I look at myself. I say, oh my God, that guy is me. That's my eyes. Those are my eyes. What is going on over here? It was incredible, guys. Supernatural experience. We have this little 2 weeks thing going on, obsession, love. Then he ran away. He left me. I was already feeling that he was gonna leave. And suddenly, yes, he left. And then I went onto his Instagram to check one of his stories. And he made his account private. Wow, guys. I exploded that night. I started screaming like they were peeling the skin out of my flesh, rolling the floor like it was the end of the world. It was like a funeral for me, guys. I feel like I was dead, dry, dead. No sleeping, no eating, nothing. I was insane. The Kundalini was driving me insane. I didn't know what was real, what was not. I couldn't even see the sun like a hope or nothing. I couldn't see happiness anywhere. I had these euphoric moments. I remember the first day that he left, and I didn't know he was gonna never come back again in my dark night of the soul. Of course, this was almost 4 years ago. So I was with my best friend Sarah. Hi Sarah, I love you Sarah. If you're watching me, she knows all about this, and she's the first one that believed me. She's my soulmate. Yes, Sarah. So we went and rolled down from a little hill that we have here near the coast in a really popular site here in Punta Gorda. It's called in Montevideo. And we used a piece of trash, just in the trash. I didn't give a crap about nothing. And we start rolling down the hill like kids. We were laughing. I was euphoric. I was laughing all the time, laughing. I was like the Joker for no reason, but I was feeling this euphoric, this ascension thing going on. Something was changing my life. And I also felt at the same time the connection to a dead twin flame that I used to have when I was a kid. But it was not that painful. But I used that twin flame as in a moment because I had that option. I recognized I was a twin flame too, but died a long time ago in a horrible way. You can go and watch that video, it's on my playlist. I used that twin flame to get out of the other twin flame, the real twin flame, the one that hurts me, the one that stabbed me in my chest. So painful, guys. So I went into this world of, this dead twin flame, and I actually start feeling better, and I start, whoa, this twin flame that is dead. They used to call him that too. My God. It's giving me also obsessive thinking. And it's also giving me Kundalini. I start shaking. And one day before I made my real twin flame, my alive twin flame, my divine masculine at the moment, I knew about this guy. He was kind of known. So I came into him. I used to have a lot of paranormal stuff going on in my childhood due to this reincarnation that took himself out. 22 years old, I woke up 2022, and I can tell you all kinds of synchronicities, but I cannot because I don't want to get in any trouble with this person that he passed away. But it's the same opposite. It's like a mirror, but backwards of my twin flame. All the synchronicities that we have, the day birth, the age gaps, everything. It's like a perfect triangle. And if I put it together, it matches the age between that person and my actual twin flame was the years or the age that when I met my divine masculine, he was that age or something like that. I don't know, but at one time I started doing numbers and it was a perfect triangle. It was crazy. Even my phone number was my real, alive twin flame. Uh, it was my birthday in weird numbers, but it was my birthday. So that's what I couldn't forget about his number for like 2 years. Even he came back before. I know the number because it's like a tattoo on my forehead. And his phone number, no, sorry, my phone number used to be his birthday. That's how crazy it was. You have stories like this all the time, right? So I've been in this path without wanting to be in this path for almost 4 years. My dark night of the soul ended like almost in a year. I was going insane. Reading tarot all the time, trying to find out what was going on with my divine masculine, trying to sneak on and creep on his social media like 70 times a day, literally. I'm not lying. Just to see his eyes. It was like harrowing to me. Look at his face, to see his change his profile picture. Just reading his name and his last name was so painful. But I was addicted to that pain. I got addicted to every family member that he had. He had like a big family full of brothers, sisters, divorces, people living in other countries. I learned everything about it. I learned about my other mom too. I had to block everybody, all the family tree at some point because it was insane. It was insane, guys. I'm a single child. Imagine these guys had like 5 brothers plus. So it was crazy, guys. So painful. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I would dream about him. But they were not even dreams. It was some kind of a trip or something. And we were not talking. We were just staring at each other between broken walls. Just all dressed in white. It was the end of the world. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Like it would take me like an hour to eat a piece of an apple, because I was so stimulated by my kundalini that all my 5 senses go so out of control that I got highly sensitive to everything. Even drinking the water was an exotic experience. Here in Uruguay, we have, I'm here at the moment. I used to live and I have a home in Pacific Palisades in LA, right? Almost got burned by the fires last year. Thank God it didn't happen. The windows exploded. They trashed my whole house in the street, but the house survived. I saw all that from Montevideo happening on the phone. I recognized my building. The firemen were on my building working on the fire. It was crazy. The whole neighborhood disappeared. All the schools of Pacific Palisades disappeared. Incredible. It was like a nuclear bomb wiped the whole city down. It was a miracle that my house still there. Thanks for that. I love LA so much. I love California so much. I love you all so much because we are all one, just having a temporary human experience, living in this illusion of separation that is just the mind. So when these twin flame communities that I don't feel part of it at all, I like some people, they're really great people. I wish they were more popular. But the people that took over is a disaster. They are not even twins. And I followed their advice because they were saying my divine masculine awoken. So finally, after 4 months of agony, I sent him an email. That's when he blocked me everywhere. He already ghosted me, but now he blocked me everywhere. So I couldn't access nothing of him at all. And for some reason, his social media also got stuck somehow because I started meditating so fast. I got out of separation so fast because I was sick of suffering. And I found non-duality, that's what I do. And that's what this is. This is non-duality. This is your spiritual awakening, your twin flame. Separation is not a state with your twin flame, because when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you broke up with, you don't say, I'm in separation with this person. They will look at you, are you crazy? Or when we are with somebody, you're not gonna say, I'm in union with this person. They're gonna look at you like, oh my God, are you insane? Are you really, what are you talking about? We don't say that, right? We say that in the twin flame communities. But if you ask one of these persons what separation, union, and detachment and surrender means, they think it's just a status with your twin flame, not understanding that there are stages of consciousness. Separation is the ego, the mind, the separate self. Like Rupert Spira, Anna Brown. I love Anna Brown. She's great. She helped me so much in my spiritual awakening. She goes straight to the point. She helped me so much in my spiritual awakening, plus other people. So nice souls, so pure souls, amazing beings of light. Go and check her out. Go and check out everything that tells you that you're an enlightenment, that you're just a mortal living in the matrix, that you have to chase after your twin, that you have to do all this energetic work for them to come back, because I did it all and it didn't work. I used to go obsessively in the computer or tablet, whatever it was, on my phone all day long. And I will look at tarot readings, like 20 of them a day. I will repeat that same one that will take me the same, so I will feel safe. And it will reduce the pain so I could go out in the street. Sometimes I will also get euphoric moments. Well, I used to not sleep for 3 days and drive to 3 hours north to a place that we have here in Uruguay called Punta del Diablo, like Point of the Devil's Point. I was that crazy. And I will see the numbers following me everywhere. And I was crying. I had to wear sunglasses all the time. I was laughing, but I was also crying. I realized that laugh was crying. Guys. I would stare at a fungus on a rock and seeing all these neon lights coming out of it for 40 minutes, guys, in the beach, in my dark night of the soul, even if you cannot believe it. Every little thing was magical. I will be standing here like we have the tornado alley here in Uruguay. The tornado alley of South America, we have big storms. I will stay in the middle of the storm outside, just standing there looking at the sky. I didn't care. I was gone. I remember I started listening to a band called Blind Guardian and Rhapsody of Fire, that they had amazing songs that saved me so much during my dark night of the soul. And their songs were so long, some of them, but I couldn't sleep, so I was just listening to everything with no resistance. Like, I realized I will be watching a live show, like people walking in Turkey, something like that. I was feeling like I was there. I was feeling like I was everybody. I would look in the mirror when I put my makeup on. I would see my twin flames eyes. I didn't know who I was. I couldn't even look at my face in the mirror because all I could see was my twin flame. Florence was gone. Where was she? I don't know. I just felt this heart pain, existential pain in my body, and I ran back to my psychologist. She was kind of spiritual, so she kind of understood me really fast. She was great, but it was pure luck. It was my mom. She got it for me. She told me, "Oh my God, you're not doing well." I said, "Well, mom, it's not like I'm not doing well. I'm going through something that maybe you won't understand. I think I'm going through a spiritual awakening. For some reason, I knew the day after I started to go through a spiritual awakening, a really strong one. I have my Kundalini, I have psychic abilities, a lot of them. I do tarot for living. It changed my life forever. I was in the void and in the hermit phase for a long time. I still have that tendency. After we have the spiritual awakening, we cannot be around people too much because people are running, doing, going everywhere, right? And after our spiritual awakening is insane because we stop living from the mind. I realized that when I was in this stage of my spiritual awakening, my mind would just stop for no reason. I would just stare at the sky. I used to have this big dog, this big puppy dog called Valkyrie. I would lay on her because she was a big dog, the Bordeaux dog. And I would lay on top of her and I would look at the sky. Or even here outside with my cats, because I have my cats in the front and the dogs in the back. I will just stare at the sky, like laying on the floor for hours. There was no time. It was just clouds. I was empty, but I could feel all my body. I could feel what people were feeling. I could see or feel what people were thinking. So I was avoiding going to the supermarket. I was even having problems paying with the machines. I was making them, I was breaking electronics everywhere. I have having problems with electricity, with the water. One time I made a cup jump in the microwave. The synchronicities were insane. The day that I went to meet my twin flame in my first date, I started my card. It said, because here in Uruguay we had European time, it said 2112 or 2121. The day after, I turned on my card. It said 1212. After that, until today, that never stopped. And I'm in my state called union, and the synchronicities still follow me everywhere, because you know why? The synchronicities are actually the way that the universe communicates, because the universe doesn't have language. Korean, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Norwegians, Swedish, Chinese, speaking, it just speaks in frequency, in numbers, mathematics. It's mathematical. It's kind of like a spiritual mathematical thing, but it speaks in numbers. So it's the universe telling you, hey, you are on the other side, you are in the fifth dimension now. You are part of the new art, so maybe you're going through the painful part, because you know these have stages. You have some stages, yes, separation. It could last years, it could last months. For me, it just lasted a year, but it was the worst year of my life. And then you come into union, like I am today. I am in union, but I'm in unity consciousness, non-duality, guys, because the soul is non-dual. It doesn't have an opponent. So that's why seeing two of you, you and your divine masculine, is an illusion. When you stop perceiving there's two of you, they will come back. But you don't do this through the mind, and you experience this. The soul just can be experienced. With your mind, you can imagine all kinds of stuff, that you're having telepathic messages. One time I remember I thought he was in a hospital, that he tried to kill himself or something. I think it was just my mind making stuff up, so I couldn't stop thinking about him. That's the ego. The ego grabs onto your twin flame because that's your weakest part. That's why you dream about them. Maybe you dream that they run away. I used to dream that he ran away from me all the time. I would wake up crying. I even dreamed that me and him jump into an abyss. Like this song from Evanescence, Bring Me Back to Life, or I don't even remember the name. We're jumping from a building, me and him. Oh my God, so many weird things happen. So many. I can't believe that I made it. I'm really strong. I'm really strong. Like, I have a lot of masculine energy. I know this sounds confusing, but in my astral chart, I'm a divine feminine, right? All my divine masculines that I made are charged, that I knew about them, these two persons, right? The one that was dead and the one that was alive, they have more feminine energy in their astral charge. Maybe it's accumulation of energy because I'm the awakened reincarnation, but I have 70% of masculine energy. And masculine energy means action. So I'm active all the time. But in opposite of that, even if you cannot believe it, even still till today, I meditate 4 hours a day, not all together. I even have OBE experiences out of nowhere. Sometimes I end up in a past life, I don't know how, and I got some information. I lowered my beta brains. I got out of beta brains. I know how to get out of survival mode. That's what you need to do. This is your first step. Get out of survival mode. It's so easy for me to recognize when I'm in survival mode. Like I have after my spiritual awakening for other reasons. Of course, this one was the first one, the insane one. That I was on survival mode for a week. I'm kind of getting out of one of them right now, but they are for other reasons. Just things that I made up, right? That I'm going on in my personal life or whatever. I have a car crash, things like that, right? I'm working too much. It's too cold over here. I've been sick for almost a whole month. It's crazy. I never stop. I have a lot of pets. I have a big house. Not to brag or anything, but it's a lot of work. I have help. I'm not alone. But it's overwhelming sometimes. It's like, oh my God, I have to come back and be this human again. When I can go back into presence, all that I want to be is just be. All that I want to do is just being in presence. I don't want to be playing this game of running around, going nowhere, chasing after stupid goals, dealing with the 3D trash, everyday trash. But we have to, because we are also playing in this game and we came here. That's why we have a body. We are here to use the body so we can navigate this experience, this reincarnation. This is my avatar, Florence. Hi. In this reincarnation, the many of the ones that I have, that you have, and we will probably have, even in another planes. Oh my God, I look so much like my twin flame. I cannot believe it. Even when I look at, all the time, when I look at the mirror, I say, oh my God. I even call myself his name. I make jokes about it. Because it's me in another body. That's all I see. Me in another body. An older version of me with less consciousness. Time is not real for the soul. Time is just real for the mind, for the Newtonian reality, for the horizontal reality. But when you go into vertical reality, you get out of the Newtonian reality. Just what I see, the lower three chakras, and we open our hearts. My heart was open through my spiritual awakening. And I have all my Kundalini coming out. It was crazy. But it was also amazing at the same time. It was really dark, dangerous, nuts, but at the same time it was crazy. Oh my God, it's so cold over here. We have 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 Celsius over here. But the thermic sensation must be 8 or 7. It's really humid. The first sunny day, we had like a week with no sun. The days are really short. The sun is really weak, doesn't rise more than in the middle of the sky. Winters are death over here. If you know where Uruguay is actually at the same latitude as Sydney, Australia. We are kind of like that, New Zealand, the south, right? The south of the world. That's where we are. We are the last country in South America, next to Argentina, below Brazil. It's called the South Cone. That's just geographics of the Americas, right? But yeah, it happens to everybody in every country. It doesn't matter the country, it happens to everybody, guys. If you're gonna have an spiritual awakening through meeting your twin flame, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna go through it. It's crazy. I knew something was going on with what's gonna happen to me when I was certain age, because I saw it on my hands. I know a lot actually of palm reading and also through my intuition. And I saw this big crack and this big change. Even if I wonder if you can see it. My life changed completely, guys. Oh my god, okay. There's a drastic change over there, right? I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. I was really scared. And this is what happened to me. I ended up being a YouTuber talking about twin flames and non-duality. That was the gift. I felt the calling, like they say. I was living in Los Angeles at the moment, but I felt the urge to travel back to Uruguay. And I start feeling anxious. I got a car. One day I start crying in the car. I pick up my twin flame in that car. Then that car got crashed. I have a picture on my other channel. It's insane. It's insane. Like everything was coming to the car like a magnet. People, a guy with a bicycle just running to me. My energy was so strong, like I was just dragging things to me, like magnetizing things to me. My windows, my mirrors were broken. My hand, I have a picture with all these marks and full of like crystals in my hand to protect me. It was crazy, guys. One day my car got stuck in a hole somewhere in a bar, and I had a dream about it 4 months before it happened. That I was in the kind of the subconscious mind of my twin flame with these green and violet lights, and it was this horrible music playing. I was like a ghost picking up trash from his subconscious, something weird like that. I ended on a disco that it was just like that. My car got stuck in a hole because I was going so fast, like always. I didn't see the hole. I had to wait for the tow for 2 hours with a really toxic friend that I had at the moment. She was not a friend. And I had to wait 2 hours and be in the place listening to the horrible music, feeling like shite, feeling dead, overwhelmed by all the people. They were drinking alcohol. I was just drinking Coca-Cola. So finally, when the guy answered from the tow, guess what his name was? It was the name of my twin flame. So I exploded. I came home crying, driving in the car like at 2 in the morning, crying his name. What are you not here? What is going on? Please come back. Start crying. Then when I arrived here, finally when I pull in my garage, I have these boots. My seats were made of leather. I still have that car. So I blew up in the car. I started screaming, hitting the car, rolling everywhere. I screamed till I lost my voice. I scratched all my car. It was insane, guys. It was insane. Like my screams. I used to scream and cry so much that I would lose my voice. Rolling in the floor. I remember one time I was laying on this rug down here, just flat down, crying, 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 crying. It will never stop. And what I noticed about this twin flame journey, that it was not like a regular breakup, because when you are done with somebody, it hurts. But then the pain starts going away. But what I noticed with this person, that the more time he was away from me, the more I will think and feel for him. The more I was in love with him. That was so weird. The more that, the more distance, the more time was passing by, and I didn't want time to pass by. I wanted to be frozen in that moment when I had my last date with him. And I got frozen in that moment. That you call that a samskara, right? A big one. Like a moment that you resisted stay in your body, right? I kissed myself. I was with myself. It was like I was waiting all my life just to be in that moment, just waiting for that moment. Before that, I start having this anxiety, like something is gonna happen, something is about to change. I don't know what is gonna change. And it was that. I ordered a table on Amazon, a cheap one, for my makeup business. That's when everything started. My life never went back to be the same. I'm a total new person, if you can call it that. I'm awake. I can see the pictures. I can even show you a picture from before my spiritual awakening. I have two little spiritual awakenings before when I was younger for different reasons. But I can show you pictures of me before my spiritual awakening, and you will think that I'm a different person. I am a different person. Even my face changed, everything changed. My face structure, my eyes expression, my face expression, my body, my personality, everything changed. Like, I'm not scared of being authentic. I'm not scared of being myself. I'm not scared of speaking the truth, right? I love silence. I love to be in presence. I love to meditate. That's what I love most. So when your twin flame comes and back to be with you just meditate and they stay. You have romantic moments, but it's more neutral. Like before they come back, you're gonna find yourself in inner union. That's when you enter oneness. My inner union lasted 1 week. It was just the disease of the mind and the personal heart. I was neutral. And then I had these moments of Satori after meditating so much, neutrality. And then I had the inner knowing telling me that he was on his way back. But it didn't come from the mind. It was scary, it was weird. And it was really short. It didn't last too long. So yeah, this is my experience. I learned so much during my spiritual awakening because I know that my twin flame is just the way that I had my spiritual awakening. So you did too, right? But now twin flames are something that is fashionable. Even their caps, that same divine feminine. I saw it, even if you cannot believe in their songs. Everybody's a twin flame today, right? You don't want to meet your twin flame. They don't know what they are talking about. It destroys your life forever. It kills you. It kills your personal identity. It kills your ego. You have to start from zero. It's like you don't even remember how to walk. I used to lay in bed because I was so tired because of the beeping of the kundalini in my spine, and seeing all these visions when I close my eyes. I will be all the time with my eyes closed, especially the left. I will feel like me and my twin were together, like touched, entangled together, that he was spinning with me on the other side, like he was on the other side of my head. I will sleep in summer with a wool hat because I will feel like my twin flame was coming through my crown chakra. Can you believe that? Insane, right? And I will feel he was stuck in some part of my body while I was having my kundalini, that it feels like this. The energy moves like this. I will feel like he was rolling on with me too. What my big mistake was thinking that he was awakening too. He never awake, guys. He's not awake. That shows you that in every reincarnation, you're gonna be a little more awake. The soul still has the same energy. I can recognize it with my other reincarnations that, I don't know, I go against everything. Rebel energy or something. I don't know, but sometimes too much, sometimes just starting or hear me today, right? This is insane. Even when I look at the grave of the dead twin flame, like I can't believe it. Like people really believe in that. Like that doesn't exist. It's just the body that dies. It's just the mind that dies. The soul is here, but we live asleep. We don't know who we are. We think we are this persona, this ego, this entity that was born in the physical world, right? We live from the mind our whole life, from the separation, from the separate self. And we don't know that we are consciousness. And there's nothing separate from us. The separation is just an illusion from this plane of existence. We are mortal and we are immortal at the same time. Duality, right? Duality. We have to navigate through duality. We have these pendulums that goes from sadness to happiness, euphoric to depression. I made it, I didn't make it, and the ego creates all these stories. I'm a victim today I'm a hero, right? Always proving something, seeking validation, trying to impress people, trying to control people's thoughts and emotions, trying to make them feel a certain way about us. They should do that, right? Who says that? Can you control your mind? Can you control your emotions? How are you going to control somebody else's emotions? And also remember, they are asleep. They didn't have an spiritual awakening. You can recognize immediately when somebody had an spiritual awakening. I met a woman after my dark night of the soul. She looked at me, and in a random way I met her. And she used to be my friend for a while. And I asked, she told me, do you do yoga or something? I did a lot of yoga actually, and I just went into it. You have a spiritual awakening, right? She said, yes. You can know who is awake and who isn't. It's marvelous, it's fantastic. You also come with these answers of the universe. You knew everything. You understand the Bible, you understand the Buddha, you understand everything. Because you already knew everything, because the soul knows everything. But we've been conditioned not to trust our soul and think the soul is something external, not believing that we are the soul, and believing that being conscious is being conscious of doing something right or wrong, not realizing that consciousness with capital C is what we are. We are consciousness. We don't have a consciousness in our brain, right or wrong. We live unconsciously most of our lives, and probably some persons won't make it on this lifetime to the awakening, but let's hope they do. But it's a really painful experience because everybody's trying to reach enlightenment, awakening, kundalini, not knowing how strong, how life-changing all this is. So in the next video, in the next live, we're gonna talk about how to get into union with your twin flame. I was talking about my separation period, my awakening experience, my dark night of the soul, so you can resonate with this. And if you resonate with this, it's because you really met your twin flame. You have your ego dead, your kundalini, your psychic abilities, the pain in the chest, the drastic life changes, and all this crazy stuff that comes with it. Your twin running away from you, rejecting you. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Love you all. We are all one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch it when you can, when you have free time. This is a new channel. I hope you like it, you subscribe to it. Bye now.